Bet you I show up, bitches on dick cause I glowed up.
We ain't cool, we can't kick it. I ain't worried about a bitch, I'm worried about a digit. Walk down, I done did it. Spin a bend when I get bored, nigga, like a fidget. Shit, I rap, I really live it. I'm ready to take a life and I ain't ready to give it. I'll hit a song, they can feel it. I'm not a baller, but I shoot like I'm JJ Riddick. It ain't never a time we can't get down. I'm just saying on mic, I love to rip round. You don't hear me out, you gon' hear the glick sound. He a dead op, so what is he with now? Bitches swear they let her be in the mix now. Till I accidentally hit him with 6 rounds. Beefing too hard, I can't put the glick down. 4 nickel bustin', that's a big round. Stab a little nigga, made a nigga sit down. You can hide all you want, you gon' get found. Not a whole lot of ops on my list now. Shoot at his mouth, how he gon' dish now? Shoot from afar, that's how them niggas miss now. I know shit can fly, but nigga now in this town. Try to be stand up, you better sit down. Silence the dog, now you hit a flick sign. I'm spinning these bitches, now I'm getting dizzy. If I come back to back with Drake, then I'm drizzy. How you a worker, you don't never get busy on hot dog. I took the long way like I'm Pee-wee. John Cena, man, you niggas can't see me. Spin the benches like a CD. I'm geeking to run a nigga ass.
Shout out SD, that's my Cali man. We was out here shooting shit like the Taliban. Come through, and that bitch out like a cellophane. I'm trying to take a flight to Japan. 30 call me, he say he in his jam. Walk down, I'ma hit it to a big man murder.
A few moments later.
That breaking news, 2 children are among the latest victims of violence in the nation's capital tonight. A 9-year-old and a 12-year-old are being treated for gunshot wounds after a mass shooting. The flashing lights, the crime scene tape, it is an all too common sight on a warm spring evening in the district. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Sean Yancey.
And I'm Leon Harris. Jim is off tonight. 1 adult died in this shooting. In all, 6 people were hit by bullets, making this the 4th mass shooting in D.C. this year. The victims were all outside the Fairway Park apartments when someone opened fire. This neighborhood near 21st Street and Maryland Avenue in Northeast D.C.
News 4's Jackie Benson spent the evening speaking with neighbors and detectives. She told us D.C. police are chasing down a critical clue right now.
This was an absolutely chaotic scene. A warm night. There were children out on the sidewalk playing when a vehicle pulled up. 2 men got out and started shooting at a group of people.
A 9-year-old shot in the foot.
The shooting happened just after 6 p.m. in the 1100 block of 21st Street Northeast. The victims who could run, including a 9-year-old boy and a 12-year-old boy, ran for their lives into nearby apartments. Ambulance crews kept locating more victims.
5 patients total, 1 PDOA.
D.C. Police Chief Pamela Smith.
Shortly after this shooting occurred, a 12-year-old boy arrived at a local hospital with a gunshot wound. Our preliminary investigation indicates the suspects exited a vehicle and began shooting at people that were outside here in the neighborhood.
These are images of the suspect's vehicle released by D.C. Police. It's a blue or light gray sedan with dark tinted windows, no tags in front, a white paper tag in the back, and a spare tire, often called a donut, on the front passenger side. There are a number of cameras on the buildings here, and the police chief says she hopes that they will be able to provide good information for the new real-time crime information center. In Northeast Washington, Jackie Benson, News 4.
And we have more details on the data that Jackie mentioned that our News 4 team gathered. The number of children hurt in shootings in the district is down compared to the same time last year. 2 children, 11 years old and under, have been shot this year, compared to 5 this time last year. 17 children ages 12 to 17 have been shot in D.C. this year, compared to 27 this same time last year. And we're staying in touch with D.C. police as they search for that.
What's good with y'all, Mo? Welcome back to Paperwork TV. Today we will be discussing the current war that is going on around 21st in Northeast and how it is affecting our youth in the city as a whole. Also, we have the official government affidavit for rapper Cartiearss, which he was recently picked back up by DC police and recharged for a crime from 2 years ago. We will be reading over the paperwork for y'all today. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. How safe are our children in DC neighborhoods? This is a question that is asked around the streets of Northeast DC, following a horrifying mass shooting that has left 1 man dead and 5 people injured. Among them, a 9-year-old boy and a 12-year-old boy. Them blats started going off on a Wednesday evening on 21st in the Carver-Langston neighborhood, leaving a trail of devastation and fear. The shooters, still at large, leaped out of a light blue Toyota sedan and fired into a crowd, leaving the whole 21st shocked and in disbelief. Aubrey McLeod, a father of 3, was the man who tragically lost his life that day. His mother, heartbroken, said that he leaves behind 3 young children aged 2, 3, and 8. Another mother, whose 12-year-old son was among those injured, shared her harrowing experience. After being shot, her son tried to run home for help, only to be hit by a car. He's definitely in a lot of pain. He has a lot of burns across his body from when he was hit by the car, she said. She further added that despite her son being released from the hospital, he still has a long road to recovery. The incident has left her so shaken that she is looking to leave the neighborhood and find a safer home for her children. I have to go. I can't. It's not safe for my children, she said. Metropolitan Police Department statistics paint a grim picture of the area where the shooting occurred. In the past year alone, there have been 8 homicides, 45 assaults, and 147 stolen vehicles. Chief of Police Pamela Smith expressed her condolences to the families affected and spoke out against the violence. This is another example, and I've been through it before in this space of violence, that we just cannot accept in our communities, she said. The mother of the 12-year-old boy left injured in the shooting voiced her frustration and confusion. If you saw these children outside, why even follow through with what you obviously had planned? It doesn't make sense. Like, our kids aren't safe because you guys are acting crazy, she said. This incident came just 4 days after the district opened its brand new crime center. Police were able to obtain images of the getaway vehicle promptly through the monitoring of security cameras from the region in real time. The question remains, how safe are our children in our own neighborhoods? This is not just a question for those in Northeast DC, but for the whole DMV. We can't be out here BSing while our children and our families are at risk. Shooting children is probably one of the dumbest ways to crash out for real. Just my opinion though.
I'm in the stew with the men with me. I'm tasting some shopping, I got a little tent with. Homie turn hot, now that boy can't win with. Locked in the walls, you ain't pick up a pen with. The bitch want shopping, want take trips with. Bro, I hit Glocks and bro, I hit licks with. We sip walking, dope sip tricks with. I back my new plug, it's a hit or a miss with. Depending on how Cardi feel, I be taking shit down on my jam off the pills. Try out the fizz, ain't missing no meals. But a rap deal come with the house on the hill. But a trap deal come with them ounces of pills. A drought on the walk got me sick out the chills. The bag shuts down Sunday like the bag. Hey Riff, let me borrow the lit one. Send this bitch in this DM, I got in my trick one. It ain't hard to get one, but it's kinda hard to pick guns. Hey, I PO the glick with the switch, bro. Tryna slide or hit us a lick, bro. Should I buy me a watch or a brick, bro?
Next up, we are going to be going over and reading the official court affidavit for the case of Cartiearss. If you would like to keep up with us reading, please look at the screen now. Now, let's get into this paperwork. Superior Court for the District of Columbia, Criminal Division, United States versus Kenneth Hampton, November 1st, 2022. On October 31st, 2022, at approximately 9 o'clock a.m., the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives ATF executed a District of Columbia District Court search warrant to SW336 for 1161st Street, Me, Apartment 826, Washington, D.C. During the search, law enforcement recovered from this apartment approximately 4.4 pounds of marijuana packaged within one bag, 3 pistols, 1 rifle caliber pistol, numerous rounds of ammunition, high-capacity magazines, multiple digital scales, 2 backpacks, each containing marijuana packaged for sale, 3 digital scales, for cellular phones, to computers, to tablet computers, drug ledgers, U.S. currency, and other items. Law enforcement entered the front of 1161st Street, Me, and went up to apartment 826. ATF began the execution of the search warrant by knocking repeatedly on the front door of apartment 826, while announcing the presence of police with the search warrant. Only once law enforcement opened the front door, Miles Allen responded to law enforcement. When asked about the presence of other individuals inside the apartment, Allen stated that there was a child in the residence, providing the child's name. Law enforcement then spent several minutes attempting to coax the child out of the residence from the entryway without receiving any response. Law enforcement entered the apartment and began to clear the unit. Approximately 3 minutes after Allen exited the apartment, Kenneth Hampton exited one of the bedrooms within the unit, later identified, as described in front, as Allen's bedroom. Hampton waited until seconds before the entry team was going to enter the bedroom to reveal his presence. Both individuals were secured, and a search of the residence commenced. In the bedroom that Hampton had exited, law enforcement recovered 1 Glock 19.9mm pistol with a 31-round magazine loaded with round chambered and labeled prescription bottle containing 14 pills. Marked or P30 suspected 30 mg oxycodone hydrochloride. 10 pills marked or P20 suspected 20 mg oxycodone hydrochloride. 9 pills marked K56 suspected, 10 milligrams oxycodone hydrochloride found on the bed, 1 silver Adidas backpack containing 200 grams including packaging of a substance which Phil tested positive for marijuana that was also packaged for sale, a digital scale, 2 partial bottles of suspected promethazine with codeine with label removed, 1 Pioneer Arms Help Up 7.6 to x 39mm rifle caliber pistol loaded with round chambered, found within short distance of silver backpack and prescription bottle, 4.4 pounds of suspected marijuana in the bedroom closet, 1 Glock 31 round magazine loaded with 9mm ammunition, 1 black backpack containing marijuana packaged for sale, which weighs 200 grams, including the packaging, and a receipt in Hampton staged name Cartiearss, 1 Gen 5 Glock 19 9mm pistol bearing SN #B and E1-1 stolen, with 17 round magazine loaded with round chambered found underneath black backpack, for cellular phones, 7 full pint bottles of promethazine in cardboard box, 3 empty pint bottles of promethazine in garbage can. Approximately 30 minutes later, an individual named Ronald Allen arrived at the search location. He identified himself as the father of Miles Allen, confirmed that Miles Allen resides in the premises, and identified the bedroom from which Hampton exited as Miles Allen's bedroom. Within the attached bathroom and closet of the second bedroom, which Ronald Allen had identified as his, law enforcement recovered 2 handwritten ledgers containing details of drug transactions, a Glock 2C bearing SN number HIS787 that was recently reported as stolen, that Ronald Allen claimed he had possessed for a while, and a box of ammunition. The Pioneer Arms Help Up and AK pattern pistol in the silver backpack are consistent with items that have been observed on ALLEN's Instagram account. Law enforcement is aware of Allen posting on October 28, 2022, an Instagram live broadcast on his Instagram account, @Bagdat100up, with a video that depicts him holding an AK pattern pistol, consistent with the one recovered on October 31, 2022, in Allen's bedroom. See the below image on the left for a redacted screenshot of the aforementioned post, and an image on the right showing the recovered 7.6mm pistol. Law enforcement is further aware of Allen having posted on February 6, 2022, on his Instagram account the below post that shows Allen standing to the right of Hampton, with a brown pistol to his left and the silver Adidas backpack behind his left foot. On March 10, 2022, law enforcement viewed the below post on ALLEN's Instagram, which depicts Allen left, seated by a silver backpack encircled below in red, consistent with the silver backpack recovered during the search of Allen's bedroom. My Lil Fried Man, from DA cell to DA streets. Send message, screenshot, core, from DA cell 2. Close up a screenshot, store, Adidas. Silver backpack recovered on October 31, 2022. Law enforcement is also aware of ALLEN's Instagram account displaying in August of this year a P30 and K56 pills that appeared to be similar to those that were recovered during the apartment search. Such displays often suggest that the poster is selling such pills. Within Allen's closet to prescription bottles containing a combined 70 to light blue pills, with an M30 imprint suspected oxycodone, or counterfeit pills with fentanyl, 20 light blue pills with an M15 imprint suspected oxycodone or counterfeit pills with fentanyl, and 10 white pills with an RP10 imprint were found adjacent to a large amount of currency, an A Glock 19 SN #, BRNU 311 with a loaded 31-round magazine inserted as shown below. Based on Allen's storage of his drug inventory and likely drug proceeds in a location where a firearm was immediately accessible, it is probable that Allen possessed these narcotics with the intent to distribute them and not for personal use, and he did so while possessing a firearm in furtherance of such. The controlled substances found within Allen's bedroom were also all packaged for resale or stored in a manner inconsistent with personal use, e.g. some of the bottles lack labels and contain commingled types of pills. It is also notable that Allen stored his currency in the same location as his drug inventory, with a firearm within reach of that location. On August 24, 2022, law enforcement saw the below post on Hampton's Instagram account that showed Hampton and 2 other people with a firearm on the counter, as depicted in the below redacted screenshot. Given the presence of marijuana packaged for resale in the same backpack that was on top of the Gen 5 Glock 19 SN #B and E1-1 which was reported stolen, and given that law enforcement found within that backpack a Versace glasses prescription addressed to Cartiearss, which law enforcement recognizes as the pseudonym for Hampton. It is probable that Hampton possessed these narcotics with the intent to distribute them, and not for personal use. And he did so while possessing a firearm in furtherance of such. On May 16, 2017, Hampton pleaded guilty in Lincoln Parish, Louisiana, to a single felony count of burglary, entry into an occupied dwelling, in docket number Lin 69187. He was ultimately sentenced to 5 years incarceration with 5 years suspended, and 5 years probation. On or about April 22, 2020, Hampton received a first offender pardon for this conviction under the Louisiana Constitution, while being explicitly advised in a first offender certification letter that the automatic first offender pardon is still subject to laws prohibiting the right to receive, possess or transport a firearm. Your affiant understands he was convicted in D.C. Superior Court Case 2017 CF 3015078 of attempted robbery, which was set aside under the YRA. Based on the foregoing, your affiant submits that there is probable cause to believe that Miles Allen violated 48 D.C. Code 900 for .01A1, which makes it a crime to, among other things, possess with intent to distribute marijuana and prescription narcotics without authorization, and 20 to D.C. Code Section 4500 for B, which makes it a crime to possess a firearm during the commission of a crime of violence or dangerous crime. Your affiant also submits that there is probable cause to believe that Kenneth Hampton violated 48 D.C. Code 900 for .01A1, which makes it a crime to, among other things, possess with intent to distribute marijuana, and 20 to D.C. Code Section 4500 for B, which makes it a crime to possess a firearm during the commission of a crime of violence or dangerous crime. The events and acts described above occurred primarily in the District of Columbia, and were committed as described by Defendant S listed in the case caption. November 1, 2022, Jonathan Baller, Police Officer, 5811, ATF, Badge, Unit, SKT, Bell Witness, Deputy, Clerk, Jonathan Baller, printed name of member Cat Hash, SKT, Bell, printed name of witness Deputy Clerk. Well, that's all we have time for today. Hopefully things around 21st change for the better soon before the feds make changes around there, for the safety of the public. Thank you for watching Paperwork TV. Please comment what y'all want us to cover next. Make sure y'all be safe out there. These mass shootings are getting out of control. And remember, stay dangerous, Mo.